Good morning. I'm here at Élysées, Clemenceau at the Metro. It's just starting to get busy. It's, what is it? It's after 8 a.m. And I was lucky enough on the Metro. It was not crowded because I came earlier. Check out all these French flags. Probably having to do with the May 8th holiday, which is VE Day or Victory in Europe Day, end of World War II for the Europeans. We don't celebrate it because it didn't end for us because we were still fighting Japan at that point. Here's the little kiosk. This guy didn't open until kind of late, I thought, after 8 o'clock. And he's got all the souvenirs for sale. I got my newspapers for the day. I got Le Figaro, let's see, right here, Le Figaro, and the International, New York Times, which I try to read every day. The paper I'd recommend for anybody that wants to read a French newspaper is Le Parisien, because it's easier to read. It's supposed to be a pretty good paper. I asked a French lady about that. It's a little bit tabloid, but and then if you're really hardcore, I'd read Le Monde, but I find it, well, the arts coverage isn't as good as in Le Figaro, but Le Figaro it's a little too right for a lot of people. And we've got a figure of de Gaulle right there. This large avenue goes down to the Seine. We've got the Grand Palais here on the right, and there are 3 or 4 exhibits there. Here's the Gaultier that you can see. I can't zoom in, my hands are full. The Petit Palais right here, and to me it's lovelier. Both are lovely. The Grand Palais is it's so huge. And there is an expensive restaurant there, tucked away. The Petit Palais is owned by the city of Paris. It's free. I mean, permanent exhibits are free, but they have great temporary exhibits. Right now, I can't read that sign. Sorry, you probably can. But usually the temporary exhibits are well worth seeing, and you'll have to pay to get in. You might even need to get your ticket at FNAC, get an advance ticket. They've got, I think it's the best gift shop in Paris. It's one of the best museum gift shops. And also down, they have a courtyard, and down on the courtyard level, there is a great little cafe there for lunch or for a coffee. And the interior patio with the garden there, it's just kind of like a tropical garden. It's something you would not expect. It's beautifully planted, and I think it's probably lovely all the time, except maybe in terrible, really bad weather. Now, the Arc de Triomphe, it's hard to see it. It's right at the end, right there. It's not, you could easily walk up there. And between here and the Arc de Triomphe, you will see these huge flagship stores, like the mega stores that have these huge stores on the Champs-Elysees. And I'm not a huge fan of them, and I do notice that on weekends and nights, they seem to be filled with a lot of sort of young people, teenagers that come in from the suburbs and love to hang out up there. So it can be really crowded. It can be a bit of a scene. But any tourist, that's a must. That walk up to the Arc de Triomphe, right along here. And down here, that is on the way to Place de la Concorde, where you'll find the Louvre, the Tuileries, everything. Now, between here and the Concorde, there's lots of lovely just garden space, and that's where I'm going today. I'm actually going to a breakfast lecture, and I have to wait to cross here. The guy is directing traffic, a policeman, and the American Embassy is down there, and that's in a very it's a great location. But after all of our security problems, they're very vulnerable. So the security outside the American Embassy is not to be believed. And what else? Well, that's an area with lots of big stores, expensive stores, also nice boutiques. It's Rue de Rivoli, good shopping. There's there are two Chanel boutiques. There are all just lots of designer boutiques down there. Coco Chanel had her original Rue Cambon boutique in that area. There's also the I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, the Palais Royal, and that is now a shopping arcade. And sorry, we have to wait here. That is now a shopping arcade, and it's quite well done. There's some kind of a modern installation in their courtyard that's interesting to look at. By the way, back here, lots of police cars outside the Grand Palais, because right now they're in a period of high alert, and any public monument like that has got a lot of protection. You can understand why I am not eager to cross the street until it's okay. It's just not a good idea. I have too much stuff to run across. Oh boy. Motorcycles are such an in form of transportation here. They're probably the transport of choice if you're, if you can handle that. Free bikes or your own bike. The free bike thing is very cool. I think your credit card has to work in the machine, and that's not easy for a lot of Americans. But because mine doesn't work in the metro, and I do have a chip, but the deal is you're able to rent a bike for a limited period of time. I think it's about maybe 2 hours, I'm not sure. And then you have to return it to another bike stand. So you can get your bike and ride where you want to go. And if you're trying to see Paris, you're a tourist, just get another bike. Yesterday, Sunday, lots and lots of people were out riding bikes. There are bike tours of Paris, so that's probably another great form of transportation. And I know I'd get run over if I rode a bike, so I'm not doing that, but I love walking. Buses are generally pretty pleasant, unless they're packed, and sometimes they're not particularly slow. And then of course there's the metro, which can be more unpleasant. It can be very crowded, and it just depends where you're going. Best thing is to figure out the best route to get to where you want to go. And there are all kinds of ways to do that, which I won't go into because I don't think we have time right now. And I'm looking for where I'm supposed to go. I think I see it over there. I thought this would be a good walk because this is such a lovely area. It's, it's old Paris. And I think I'm going to that building there. And I'm hoping there'll be, there's a park bench, but I want to make sure I'm early. And then then I'll go sit on my park bench. By the way, just a warning, we're too early for it now, but this is an area where they're going to be the scammers out here. And I'm going to say a lot of them come from Romania, and they will try to engage you. So, ignore them. Always speak English. Don't ever speak French, and tell them to go away, or just, ignore them completely and charge past them. And they will do all kinds of things. They'll drop a gold ring and give it to you and pretend that they found it, but that's not true. And they will then try to ask you for money and not leave you alone. So it's happened to me twice. And of course, don't touch the gold ring. Just keep walking. Another one is petitions for blind, deaf people, blind people, kids in Africa. Africans will come up with the petitions again. Ignore them. Don't do anything. Apparently people don't mind the petition scam, and the money that you're quote-unquote donating is not going to charity, believe me. No, this is not it, I'm quite sure. I'm just curious what it is. Oh, we'll look it up later. That's not it, I'm sure. Oh, it's lovely. I think it's over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is over here. And, also that same area, it will be a market, and I don't know when, but I've walked down the Champs-Elysees when that whole area has been a market, sometimes a regional market, and it's always fun. Once I went to an organic market there. It was fun, and I bought some products because they won't be particularly cheap, but they will be, they'll be high quality. I think this is it, and I'll turn off the camera now because I have to ask them, and we'll see you later.